Hello, my friends on YouTube. Today is Sunday, the 26th of June 2022. Today's video is a little bit heavy and we may use language that's not suitable for children. So if you have any small children, please ask them to leave. Today's video, the title is Women or Woman comes in a form of Satan and depart in a form of Satan. I know you will see that a little bit different in the translation of this hadith, but I'm giving you how it projects the feeling. In the translation it says devil, but it's more than a devil. It comes in a form like Satan. It's not that I agree with this nonsense, no, but I'm telling you what it says. All right. Recently, two incidents happened, one in Egypt, one in Jordan. The one in Egypt, I think it was about 5 days ago, and last Thursday, a similar incident happened in Jordan. What happened in Egypt? A young lady, I'm putting her photo on the video cover, a beautiful young lady in the 3rd year studying in university. She seems to be well educated, and one of the Muslim Brotherhood, or one of these idiots who follow the sick teaching, wanted to marry her. And I mean, the girl is beautiful, so probably he thought, I deserve this woman. But again, knowing that she is young, beautiful, and smart, studying to become an educated person, and if this girl is my daughter, and even if she is blinded by love or anything other than period, if she's blinded and she wanted to marry a person like that who is coming from the filth that Muslim Brotherhood put in his head, I will tell her, please stay away from people like this, even if he's educated, even if he's wealthy. It doesn't matter what he has. Once he is coming out of this filth of the Muslim Brotherhood, I would say leave him alone. Don't mix with this garbage. It seems to be like the girl figured that out for herself. So she told him, no, I don't want to marry you. And that hurt his feeling. He felt humiliated, probably publicly humiliated. So he, again and again, told her, I want to marry you, and again he was rejected. So he felt really humiliated. So as she was going to her college she was about to do the 3rd year test. She passes that, then she goes to the final year, and then she graduates. I don't know exactly what she was studying, but it's not the issue. So he goes there by the college and he starts to beat her up, hit her. And no one interfered to tell him, you can't do that. You can't hit a woman. Why? Because the grand idiot who came 1400 years ago, he allowed hitting women, the wife. If she refused the husband sex after he comes back home, in case if she's tired or sick. She can say no. If he wants, she has to obey or beat her up. I'm going to put the. Somebody may say, "Oh, you made this up." No, I'm going to put that in the description box. Not only that, I mean this is in the Quran, but also in Hadith. You can beat up your children if they don't pray. At the age of 10 is the cut up line. They don't pray every day, 5 times a day. You beat them up. You hit them. Very good educational system that ignorant 7th century womanizer, child molester left us. Another problem took place. I made a video before when the situation with India. The title was "Become a Muslim, nobody will get hurt." You can go and see that. And this is because it's either you follow what I tell you, or you will suffer the consequences. Basically, become a Muslim or you suffer the consequences. The consequences now, it's on you. So whether this is practiced now against the Indian lady who said Muhammad married a young girl at the age of 6, consummated the marriage at the age of, she was 9 and he was 54 years old when she was 9, and even though it's in the books, they are going crazy now. How can you say that? Because it's in the book. That's how she said it. That's how she found out. Because you put it in a book. Alright? Anyway, the same thing is for this young lady here in Egypt. You marry me or I kill you. Because I am a man and men are above women, and therefore you must obey. She said no. He slit her throat. A while ago, about a month ago, there was a Nigerian girl who she didn't want to marry a Muslim guy, but this did not do much of a shock to the Muslim world, because she's an infidel Christian from Nigeria. What does that have to do with us? But this is a young lady from a Muslim family, and the Muslim guy wanted to marry her and she didn't want him, and that's her right. If she doesn't like him and he looks like an idiot, I guess he doesn't, he was an idiot. I mean, that behavior is stupid. No good woman will want to marry a stupid guy like this. And when he slit her throat, Egypt became like, this is the only thing they are talking about now. A couple of days later, same thing happens in Jordan. A young lady studying to become a nurse in the 3rd year in college. She has 1 more year to go and she becomes a certified nurse. A guy comes to her, tells her, "You will marry me." She said no. He said, "You will, or I will do to you what the Egyptian guy did to the Egyptian girl. I will kill you." Fair enough. She goes to college. He goes inside the college and fires 5 bullets, killing the girl. This is the fruit of the filth that came to us 1400 years ago. This is the fruit. We are reaping the fruit of the garbage that we allowed into our lives, into our countries. Okay. Furthermore, one of the teachers who teach this filth came out. I don't want to say his name. He's not worthy of mentioning his name. He's an idiot, one of the idiots that graduated from Al-Azhar University, filled up with this garbage that came to us 1400 years ago, saying what I said in the previous video about become a Muslim, no one will get hurt. He was telling, instead of saying this is wrong, we have to look inward and see why people are doing that, he's saying, you see, because this girl was not wearing hijab, she was not covering her hair and her face and act like a Muslim woman. Okay, the girl in Jordan, actually, she was wearing hijab, and the guy wanted to marry her by force. This is rape. This is rape. When you marry somebody by force, what is marriage? Marriage is agreement that the man and the woman get together. If only one subjugate the other side, this is the definition of rape. You're doing the same thing that it happens in the marriage, but by force on the other person. It cannot be by force. When it's by force, this is rape. She didn't want to be raped. No. I say, you marry me, you marry me. That's it. And now, the question that we should ask, why the Muslim countries now are, I mean, it's in a way, it's a positive thing that they are rising, they are boiling of what they see. And that probably will make them look inward and look into that teaching that brought them to that low level of thinking and acting. Why are you so angry to what's happening now? 1400 years ago, the grand idiot, 1400 years ago, raped Safiya bint Huyay. I made a video about that. He went to her village, killed because they were Jewish. And some people tell you, oh, because they actually didn't keep their word. Okay, let's say so. If some of them did not keep their word, take these people who did wrong and question them. Why did you do that? You caused me damage. You caused me this and that. Therefore, maybe you deserve to die. 3, 4, 5 people did that to you. Okay. But you kill all the men. You take all the boys as slaves and all the women as sex slaves. And you give these women to your army guys to violate them sexually right there. And you yourself as the head and the leader, after you finish the battle on the way home, you rape the daughter of the head of the tribe. And some people, oh, they say, oh, she loved him. She loved him after he killed her father, brother-in-law, or her uncles. All of these men, he slaughtered, slit their throat. He didn't fight them. They surrendered. He ordered his gang to slit their throats. between 6 to 900 men had their throats slit, and his army violated the women of the tribe sexually, including the mother of Safiya bint Huyay, the wife of the head of the tribe. She was violated on that day sexually. So a girl, she sees her mother and her aunties sexually violated and screaming, and she loves the person who gives this command. Even if she previously really had love for him, she will hate his guts at this moment. And while she is in that situation, after all this bloodshed and all this, he asked for a tent to be erected so he can take his share of rape. And he rapes the daughter of the head of the tribe because she is Jewish. She deserves to be raped. And he raped her same day on his way back. If this is that okay with you, why do you rise up now and say this is wrong? Why you are teaching that this is a good teaching and godly teaching for 1400 years? You couldn't see that? You couldn't see this filth? This is filth, but it's in the books. And you rise up when an Indian woman reads it and say, what is this? You rise up. I say she has to apologize. The garbage is in your books. She's reading it. It's either now, you're in dilemma. It's either you really say this is garbage, get rid of it, all these hadith and the seerah and all that, and say all this, I'm sorry, we are not going to do that anymore, and do what was his name, Muhammad Taha from Sudan said, all that has to be left. Even the Quran that came in Medina, we have to let it go. We use only the Quran came in Mecca when Muhammad was weak, because there was no violence then. And it was a choice. You want to join, fine. You want to leave, fine. That is the only way. And even if you go back to this, the Mufti of Egypt, they erased that video, but he said if it weren't for forcing people, after Muhammad died, many people left Islam because they said, okay, he departed, thank you very much, good luck, I'm leaving. The first caliphate, he said, no, leaving? You're not paying me the money, the tribute that you were paying the Prophet? You're not paying me zakat? He brought them by force. He killed many of them. You don't come back, you are killed. And the Mufti of Egypt said, if it weren't for these fights, Islam would have ended. They knew that. Islam had to be by force, or people will leave it. People will leave it. So Muhammad Taha from Sudan, when he suggested that we go back to Mecca's Islam before Muhammad became strong and wealthy, and he started looting from the tribes he invaded, Islam would not continue, because he stayed in Mecca for 13 years. Hardly 100 people followed him, and they were all dirt poor. They have no word to say. Nobody would listen to them. So if you go back to that, it's the end of Islam. But also you can't continue with force, which means it's the end of it too. Now, for the president of Egypt, because this happened in Egypt and in Jordan, King of Jordan situation, I'm sure you are aware, and many of those who follow the region know that his situation within his family and family members, I don't want to talk about that. Your situation is shaking, and many are against you. And therefore, you could actually hit two birds with one stone and put all these gang and gangsters who call themselves religious leaders in prison. Do what President Nasser did to them in the 60s. The same thing for President Sisi of Egypt. Close Al Azhar University. Take these leaders and hold them accountable to the teaching that they are teaching. Put them in prison first, including the head, the top, because he is the one who is signing that this is the teaching that we are teaching. I remember after September 11th, this is just a side note, that the students in Saudi Arabia until this time, and it's the same actually in North Korea. In North Korea, they are teaching young kids, let's say, 2 plus 2 equal 4 American bastards. Because to them, America is the biggest Satan on earth. In Saudi Arabia and many in the Gulf countries, until September 11, 2001, that's about 21 years ago. That's not a whole lot, really, not so long ago. They were teaching kids 2 hand grenades plus 2 hand grenades equals 4 hand grenades to kill the infidels. So math, language, anything was taught to kids until then in terms of a religious term to get people to hate others. Whether you're Christian, especially if you're Jewish, you should hate the Jew before coming out of your mother's womb. They are Jews. They are Christian, infidel. They believe God is 3 or 3 in 1 or 1 in 3 or whatever. You don't follow what the grand idiot said, we will hate you, we will kill you. You are infidels. So, President of Egypt, you know that they will not stop until they take over. It's not because now they are kind of defeated that they are going to stop. No, they will come back to you. So, suggestion, do as President Nasser did in the 60s. Let them pay. Close all these channels that they are spitting venom over them. We thank you very much. I'm sorry about the subject, but we had to speak about it. We hope to hear from you.